Do you feel the tension rise every time the topic of money comes up in your household? Or are you experiencing that constant nagging feeling that no matter how hard you work, you're always behind? If so, today's episode is for you. Hi, ladies. Welcome back to episode 7 of Not Just Moms, the podcast where we dive a little deeper into who we are beyond mom and who we want to be. I'm your host, Stephanie No, life and mindset coach and fellow mom. Given the uncertainty in the world currently with inflation rising and all these economic shifts happening, it's more important now than ever to take control of our financial well being. So, give me 10 minutes of your time, and I'll teach you the secret to creating that sense of calm and security that we all crave, especially when it comes to our finances. Because let's be honest, money is not just about the numbers, it's about the emotions and the security we feel that it brings. When people talk about money, it can stir up a lot of emotions. But what if I told you that money is actually neutral? Money is not good or evil. What happens is when we think about the circumstance, or in this case, the dollar amount, we immediately attach our belief or thought to it. So, if I were talking about needing $50,000 for a down payment on a home in Southern California or Hawaii, you might think something like, wow, that's a bargain. That's so cheap. I'm going to get that right away. But if I were talking about needing $50,000 for an Hermes Birkin bag, I'm sure we would all have some strong opinions. Things like, who needs a purse that expensive? Or that's just ridiculous. That's so irresponsible. But the funny thing is, the dollar amount didn't actually change, but your thoughts sure did. This brings us to the core of our money mindset, the beliefs and stories we tell ourselves about the money. Now, let's dig a little deeper. Take a second to think about why you reacted differently to the $50,000 for a down payment versus the $50,000 for a Birkin bag. This is often due to our beliefs and stories around money. Our reactions could have something to do with our limiting beliefs that we've picked up over the years. Maybe it's something like money doesn't grow on trees, or I'm not good with money, or this is a favorite that I hear all the time, money is the root of all evil. Think about it. Where did you first learn about money? What were the messages you heard about money growing up? These are the messages that often subconsciously shape our beliefs and actions. For example, if you grew up hearing money is the root of all evil, you might unconsciously sabotage opportunities to earn more money. Take a moment after listening to today's episode to journal. What was your first memory of money? What are some of the phrases that you heard growing up about money? If you're starting to worry about your money mindset, don't panic. The good news is we can always change these beliefs. We can work to unlearn them and instead reframe them. So instead of something like money is scarce, we can say something like there are always opportunities to create more money. Or instead of I'm not good with money, we can say something like I am still learning how to manage my finances. Look, this isn't about ignoring reality or swapping your thoughts. It's about unlearning what we've learned and choosing a perspective that empowers us and enables us to take a step in the right direction. Remember, it's a process to unlearn the things that we've learned. I mean, if it took us 2 to 3 decades to pick up all these messages and beliefs and stories around money, It may take some time to dismantle and unlearn those messages. So remember, be patient and kind to yourself as you work on this. As you go on your journey and work on your money mindset, you'll find that eventually you're going to need your actions to align with what you're believing. Otherwise, it doesn't work. This is like if you come up with a mantra and you're just going to repeat it to yourself, like, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be rich, and yet you take 0 different actions every day. The new belief doesn't feel authentic because you're not actually doing anything differently other than repeating an empty mantra to yourself. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, which is a great book, by the way, he talks about how our current habits reflect who we currently are. So, therefore, if we really want to step into this new version of ourselves, someone who is financially savvy, someone who is confident in handling their money, and someone who is dedicated to building that generational wealth for our family, then we're going to have to start taking actions that align with our new beliefs. So start with small steps. Educate yourself on the different budgeting styles, or set realistic and specific money goals. Or another one might be to automate your savings and investments. If you don't know something, don't worry, there's always YouTube. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Stefano Coaching for more content like this. Remember to separate your identity from the skills that you need to learn. Just because you may have handled your finances poorly in the past, it doesn't mean that it has to be like that in the future. By taking these small steps, your actions will reinforce your new beliefs and identity, and you'll find yourself building that momentum. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, and you are worth the work and the time that it takes. Picture this: you breathing easier knowing the bills are handled. Your kids not watching you stress over every purchase. We're talking about more than just personal finance. We're talking about creating generational wealth and breaking free from financial stress. Your kids are watching every sigh, every rushed purchase, every whispered worry. They're absorbing your money story, whether you intend it or not. Are you telling the story you want them to learn? We know that children and money habits are formed through observation. This is about financial literacy for families, starting with you. We're learning to break cycles of emotional trauma, right? Well, the same goes for your money mindset. Those old money stories, those inherited fears, they're just as powerful. Take a moment right now and ask yourself, what money beliefs am I carrying? Where did they come from? This is about healing financial trauma and building a positive relationship with money. Again, this isn't just about your bank account. It's about building a financial foundation that your children and their children will stand on. That's the kind of impact you can have. This is about financial security and long-term financial planning for your entire family. So this week, I challenge you to take 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, to write down your earliest money memories. What comes up? What feelings arise? Start there. Start your journey to financial freedom for you and your family. Download the Money Mindset Reset worksheet designed to help you pinpoint your limiting beliefs and start your transformation today. Do this in the next 24 hours while this content is fresh in your mind. You owe this to yourself and your family. Let's build a legacy of financial wellness together. And if this episode helped you, please share it with another ambitious mom that needs to hear this. All right, I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.